Hello everyone, my name is Matthew and welcome to the Consecration to Mary podcast, where we will prepare and devote ourselves to Mary for 33 days and finally consecrate ourselves to our Blessed Mother, giving her the full control of our lives. This podcast is available both on your podcast streaming platform and on YouTube, so you can be a part of this journey in either ways. Do subscribe to this channel to get every notification during these 33 days. We will be making this consecration using the book 33 Days to Morning Glory by Father Michael E. Gately. If you have this book, very good, but if you don't, I will leave a link in the description of the podcast and of the YouTube video from where you can purchase this book. This podcast is brought to you by thecatholicworld.com. Hello everyone, welcome back once again. Today is day 5 and we are almost going to be ending this week with our doctor of Marian consecration, Saint Louis de Montfort, who has in fact started this consecration journey for the whole world. So today is day 5, and today we are going to learn something very important about why we should give everything to Mary, as we ended on yesterday's note, that we will be learning why and going into even more greater detail about St. Louis' style of Marian consecration. So let's begin. We are using the book 33 Days to Morning Glory, and the link of the book is given in the description. Day 5. Should we really give everything to Mary? Part 1. The second part of de Montfort's formula of consecration says that we should give Mary everything, including our interior and spiritual goods, which are our merits and our virtues and our good works, past, present, and future. Isn't this bit too much? No, it is perfect. It is beautiful. Let us see why by learning how the offering affects others and ourselves. In regard to others, when we fully consecrate ourselves to Mary, we lose the unconditional right to distribute the value of our prayers and good action to others. In other words, we give the right to the grace or merit of our prayers to Mary. We are telling her, Mary, I give you the right to distribute the grace of my prayers as you see fit. Making such a gift to Mary has a big benefit. It ensures that the grace of our prayers will be used in the best way possible. It is because like it works like this. Because of a unique vantage point from heaven and on account of her most intimate communion with her divine Son, Mary can best determine which people are most in need of our prayers. For instance, seeing some forgotten person in China about to die in despair, Mary can take the grace of our prayers and offered up sufferings and use it to help that dying person to trust in God and accept His mercy. Now, perhaps this idea has got some of us thinking, well, that is great. I am happy to help the dying person in China, whom I do not know, but I would be disappointed if I, therefore, could not use the grace of my prayers and good works to help the person I do know, like my family and friends. I am worried that if I give Mary the right to distribute the grace of my prayers and good works, then I thereby lose the right to pray for those whom I especially love, even if they are less in need than other people in the world. This is a legitimate concern, but there is no need to worry. Why? For two reasons. First, Mary makes the good things we give her more perfect. In other words, she augments, increases, and purifies the spiritual gifts and merits we give her. When we give them to her because she makes them more perfect, there is more grace and merit to go around. St. Louis uses an unforgettable analogy to explain this. It is as if a peasant, wishing to gain the friendship and benevolence of the king, went to the queen and presented her with a fruit, which was his whole revenue, in order that she might present it to the king. The queen, having accepted the poor little offering from the peasant, would place the fruit on a large and beautiful dish of gold, and so, on the peasant's behalf, she would present it to the king. Then the fruit, however unworthy in itself to be a king's present, would become worthy of his majesty because of the dish of gold on which it rested, and the person who presented it. Here is the second reason we should not worry. Mary is never outdone in generosity. So, if we were so generous as to give her the right to distribute the grace of our prayers and good works, she will surely be especially generous to our loved ones. In fact, she will take care even better of our loved ones than we ourselves can. For instance, let us say one of our family members or friends is in need of prayer and we do not know it. Well, Mary knows it and she will make sure that that person does not go without. Giving Mary the right to distribute the grace of our prayers and good works does not mean we cannot still pray for our loved ones. We can and should pray for them. It is just that we give Mary the final say in deciding to whom and for what purpose the grace of our prayers and good works should be applied. Remember, Mary is not outdone in generosity. She especially hears the prayers of those of us who have given her everything, including the value of all our good works. And she wants us to tell her to the world and to the people the intentions we hold in our hearts. If we have given her everything, is there any doubt that she will be generous in giving whatever good we ask for to those who are dear to us? Today's prayer. Come, Holy Spirit living in Mary, help me be generous in giving all I am and have to Mary. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Today was day 5, and tomorrow we will continue with day 6. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe now because we are already in day 5 and I don't want you to lag behind. But even though you lag behind, do not be discouraged. You can follow up by listening to the pending podcasts and catch up with us whenever you are ready. If you need this podcast to be made heard to people who need it, your friends or family or any of the youth of your parish, please do it because they need it, especially the young ones. They need to consecrate their lives to Mary so that they do not get distracted and do not take a wrong turn. Thank you so much and God bless.